Hello everyone, we will continue the topic transport organizer, and in the previous video we did the full explanation for transport of copies. Now it's a turn to do the practical for the same. Now what we will do, we will take a requirement and we will see how transport of copies will help us in that particular requirement. Suppose customer is saying he or she want a program for the division of two numbers. So what we will do, we will develop this program into the development system and we will just understand how transport of copy will help us in this particular requirement. So I will go to SC38 transaction code. We all know SC38 is the transaction code to develop a program. I will give some name to the program. Suppose ZPRG division of two numbers. I will click on to create button. I will give some title to the program. Division of two numbers. I will choose the type as executable program. I will click on to save button. I will save this program into the package. Now system is prompting for the request. Our program is a workbench object. So it means we need to save this program into workbench request. Now you can create the request through SC09 or SC10. You can use here, or you can directly create from this create request button also. It is your wish how you want to do. Suppose I will click on to this create request button. Always provide a meaningful description, because from the project perspective, the description of the transport request always plays a vital role. So I will give the meaningful description. Suppose this is the development 3. Suppose title of the development is division of two numbers. And in the bracket, I will mention a dedicated word so that we can understand the concept fully. Main transport request, because we will not release this request unless and until the testing has been over. Now we will go for save. System generated a new transport request number. You can see this is the new transport request number. And under this, we have the subtask. I will select the subtask. I will go for OK. Now I will write the logic into this particular program. We all know we can give an input to the program through parameters and select options. So I will give P underscore input 1 type numc2. I will go for second input, P underscore input 2 type numc2. I will just check the syntax, activate the program. So my program has two input. I will declare a variable which will store the output. LV underscore output type numc2. Now I will write the logic. LV underscore output is equal to P underscore input 1 divided by P underscore input 2. Now you all know you can print a result through write statement, LV underscore output. I'll check the syntax and activate the program. Now whenever I will run the program, end user will not understand this technical name, so we will give the description also. Go to text element selection text. Suppose p underscore input 1 is first input, p underscore input 2 is second input. I will go for back. I will run the program. I will put the first input, second input. If I will go for OK, execute, the result is 2. It means the program is working fine. Now, this program needs to go to the quality system so that functional can do the testing there. So if I will see this particular program, I will go to SC09 transaction code. I will display. So our program is the part of this transport request, Previously, what you did, we simply released this transport request, basis person imported this transport request, and testing functional person did that testing. Suppose more defects came into the program, we created a new workbench request. We released that workbench request, basis person imported that workbench request, and functional did that testing. So this process is going on. But now what we are doing, what we are going for a assumption that we will not release this transport request, main transport request, unless and until the testing has been over for this development. It means we will not release this particular transport request. Many projects are following this approach. They are getting a change request for 1 month or 2 months. They will create a transport request at the starting of the development. Until the end of the development, they will not release this transport request. Once the testing is over, whenever they have a sign off, they will simply release that particular transport request. Now we will go for same to same scenario. But this program needs to be tested into the quality system or any other testing system which they are using. So how we will go for the process? We will create a transport of copy. So what I will do, I will go to SC09 transaction code. I will click on to create button. I will create a transport of copy. Now we will give a proper meaningful description to transport of copy so that we can understand. This is our transport of copy 1. What is the development ID? Development 3. And we will give the description, division of 2 numbers. Now, most important point. Whenever we are creating a transport of copy, always you need to specify the target system. Means this transport of copy is going into which particular target system. Suppose if I will go to F for help of target, if I will go to F for help of target system, as of now, I do not have any quality system, so it is not showing to me. In the project, you will clearly see the system there. You will clearly get the system there. You have to choose that particular system because in transport of copy, it is compulsory to pass the target system, that your transport of copy is going into which target system. It is going into quality system, or do they have any other testing system in which the testing needs to be done. So always specify the target system. As of now, I do not have any testing system or quality system available, so I cannot choose. Suppose as of now I will use this only. But in the projects, just make sure you will choose that right target system, in which target system that this transport of copy needs to be imported. I will go for OK. I will go for save. Now you can see this is the new transport of copy. This is the transport of copy and the status is modifiable. Now we will simply include this request into this transport of copy. So how to include? We have a button, include objects. Pass the name of your transport request. Enter. Now you can see this transport request, our main transport request is the part of this transport of copy. Now you simply has to import this transport of copy. You simply has to import this transport of copy into the quality system or whatever the testing system is there. But the status is modifiable. If we want this transport of copy to import to other system, it means we need to release this transport of copy. Yes. So you can release that transport of copy. As of now, I cannot show you how to release transport of copy because I do not have a target system available. I do not have a target system. So if the target system is there, you can simply release this transport request. See, in this particular request, I pass the target system, but this is the current system itself. I do not have a target system available. So I cannot show you how to release. Whenever I will go for release of this transport of copy, it will simply give me the error. But in real projects, yes, you will not get the error at all. So never forget to release the transport request, because if you will drop a mail to basis person that please import this transport of copy, so it will simply ask you to release this transport of copy, because any type of request, whenever it will import to other system, it should be in the release status. So please release this transport request. Now, what is the summary of the video? What we studied in this particular video? We took a requirement, and based upon that requirement, we developed a program. We stored that program into this workbench request. But we are going for a scenario that unless and until testing is not over, we will not release this transport request. So what we did, we simply created a transport of copy. In that transport of copy, we include this main workbench request, our main workbench request. But the most important part, always whenever you are creating a transport of copy, you need to put the target system, else it will not allow you to release your transport of copy. Then you can release your transport of copy, and that transport of copy will go to the testing system or quality system, whatever is there, and functional will do the testing there. In the next video, we will dig down into the same to same practical mode. So that's it in this video. Thank you.